Aloha, Mickey. Aloha, kako, everybody. Here we are talking to Micky Huihui, who is the executive director of the Hawaii People's Fund. And as you all know, Kanaenae Together and Mauliola Endowment are celebrating a year of doing pule ho'ola online for folks on Zoom links to come to gather together to uplift the community, to be able to help each other just get through the day and get through our anxiety every day. And this year we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary online with 2 events, one called Mauliola Hour, where we're going to be talking about Piko Owake, and we have tickets for those you guys can purchase online. And we also have our Piha Makahiki, which is going to be a gathering where we all get together and we're going to have singing and there'll be games and things, and we share foods, our favorite foods and those kind of things. We're also selling tickets for that, and we're selling tickets for both of those events, because we would like to give the proceeds, a portion of the proceeds, to the Hawaii People's Fund for the wonderful social work that they're doing here in Hawaii. And so I've invited Micky here to give us a little bit of information about what she does and what the organization does here in Hawaii. Welcome, Micky.
Mahalo Kalei, mahalo nui, and mahalo to Kanaenae Together for just being so generous in uplifting this work. And mahalo to all of the folks who have plugged into the awesome uplifting work you guys have been doing during this wahuli. Mahalo nui. Thank you for having me.
Yes, happy to have you.
So a little bit about the People's Fund. Hawaii People's Fund's mission is to fund and support and amplify the work of Hawaii-based grassroots organizations who are challenging the systems of oppression in Hawaii to bring forth and sustain social change in Hawaii.
That's awesome.
Since 1972, Hawaii People's Fund has given all of us an opportunity to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. We're the only organization in the world specifically addressing the needs of grassroots progressive movement builders in Hawaii.
Oh, that's awesome.
We were initially formed in response to short-sighted development efforts, economic and social disparities, and indigenous dispossession in Hawaii. And for almost 50 years, our ohana has challenged these inequities by resourcing and advocating for those who are upending and healing the effects of it.
Wow, that's amazing, Micky. Yeah, and how did you come to work with Hawaii People's Fund?
So after just the most amazing work position I've ever had in my whole life, working with Aima Lama and the Mauliola Endowment gang, thank you so much for that wonderful learning experience. The People's Fund I had known about because I had worked with organizations that had received funding from the People's Fund. And the announcement that they were doing a search for new leadership at the organization came to me, through the Coconut Wireless. And, I'm an office lady by trade. So I thought,
I could do
working in
that.
an office. And I was surprised, and now I can say pleasantly surprised. At the time I was like, you was surprised, but pleasantly surprised to find that the work was very much aligned with the things that I had passion for, which is Nokalahui a Pauloa, forever and ever, and learning about the roots of the organization and how it had sprung up from land reclamation efforts in the 70s, and the long history of folks that depended on this community generosity, because it's all community giving, community doing is our motto.
Right.
And we're talking about
change, not charity.
Yeah. Change, not charity. And we're talking about Protect Ho'olawe Ohana, Namaka Oka Aina, Youth Congress, just all of these real banger grassroots initiatives that really started this that started the flame of awakening that something was amiss in Hawaii. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
so blessed to be serving in this capacity to the Lahui.
Yeah, definitely a renaissance time, and definitely something that's happening today too, right? With the
Yeah.
social change that is trying to that you folks are trying to work through and support organizations with. So we're partnered up with you because we happen to be a part of the Giving Project that Hawaii People's Fund is an initiative that you all started here in Hawaii just a few months ago, and that's kind of why we're sort of working together. And so, can you give us a little bit of information about what the Giving Project actually is and what your goals are?
Okay, so mahalo for the partnership. It's
Yeah.
just awesome, and it's wonderful to have your light up in the mix all the time, Kalei. Mahalo
Thank you,
nui.
Micky.
The Giving Project, we're part of a national network, and the goal is to move significant resources to movement building efforts in Hawaii. So we're incorporating the community giving, community doing model that has sustained our grant making for almost 50 years now. The Giving Project's inaugural, it's its first launch. Its inaugural sale centers political education. It's challenging white supremacy culture and reimagining philanthropy's potential to shift the unequal power dynamics to benefit everyone who calls Hawaii home.
Nice.
It radically transforms the way we move money to movements for real change from the roots up.
Oh, nice.
Through collective power building. We got interweaving cross class, cross race, gender diverse, intergenerational collective that shares this vision for a just and equitable Hawaii. They're applying their time, their talent, and their resources and their networks to supporting movements for social change. So it's very much in line with what the People's Fund has been doing since 1972. This particular model has already moved millions of dollars on the continent to grassroots efforts that are combating injustice. And we hope to mobilize $100,000 of community-raised aloha to 19 of our community partners and grantees.
That's
through
awesome.
through this project. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you can do it. I know we can do it. Yeah.
I know the group can do it. It's just such an amazing hui. There's 21 participants in this first run, and these are folks who reached in, who said, yes, I want to talk about this hard stuff, and yes, I want to come with some solutions on how to make Hawaii better. And as junk as 2020 was, I think it really allowed a lot of folks to take a step back and consider those things, like, okay, this system and this thing that we've been doing hasn't been working, and it shown these glaring lights on all the pukas in the system, where we were in what is the analogy, we're all in the same storm but on different boats, right? Yeah. And then we could see the boats with the pukas is like, oh, how come they get the pukas? And the Giving Project is really it's a wonderful way to explore, like, how come it's like this? Okay, now what we're gonna do about it? Who in the community is working to change those systems and those dynamics? And then finding those folks and supporting them.
Yeah, thank you. I've been enjoying the gatherings on the weekends for sure, where we're learning about all those pukas you're talking about in the boats, and how we can actually help to either give somebody a new boat or move those folks off of their boat onto our boat, or whatever it is we need to do to assist our communities to move forward together. Because we have a saying too in Kanaenae Together, which is Iola Oi, Iola Awe. If I thrive, I can thrive if you're thriving, is basically what that says. And so if you're not thriving, then I'm not I can't say that I'm thriving either. And so this is why the Giving Project is so appealing to us, and so we're so happy we get to be a part of it and get to be a part of the group with the people who are there. And it's a nice network, and so you're a catalyst, Micky, in our community, and so I'm so grateful for that, that you do that for so many people here in Hawaii. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
mahalo oi. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us into your sacred space
Yeah.
to talk about what the things that we can do together.
Right. Yes. So do you have a website that or something you could tell us that we can click on and learn more information about Hawaii's People's Fund?
Sure. So we have a website, hawaiipeoplesfund.org. And on the website, there's a tab to the Giving Project to learn. You can learn all about what it is that we're up to. We're meeting twice a month on a Saturday, early in the morning to early afternoon. And I do want to lift up that Pilina is our main objective. The $100,000 absolutely is a goal. But really, the thing that we are focusing plenty on is the hope that the folks who are gathering up in this space, when the Giving Project is POW, they're going to go out and continue making magic in the community, especially during this time when it's so hard for us to link.
Right.
There's a advantage of this time now to build that pilina, even if it's on the Zooms and in this virtual space, it's still possible.
Right.
So we have a website. We also have we're on the social medias too, on the interwebs. Our Facebook page. There's lots of content all the time about the organizations that we're seeking to raise funds for. There's some great stuff on there. Recently for International Women's Day.
Nice.
The organizations that we're seeking to raise funds for are across issue areas. And this year we are honored and proud to uplift 3 organizations that are especially working to uplift women and the wahine.
Cool.
Yeah, there's lots of great content on the interwebs. And folks can email me directly if they have any questions about stuff. I'm at peoples@lava.net.
Okay, nice.
We have a dedicated fundraising page specifically for the Giving Project that the participants in the Giving Project are going to be getting those out to their networks
cool.
pretty soon as we move into that part of the learning together.
Yeah, awesome, Micky. I'm so happy for you and for Hawaii People's Fund and for us too that we get to work with you, and for the people who will benefit from everything that you're doing. If not this year, at least the years to come too. So looking forward to continuing our support for you folks. Yeah.
Mahalo. The
nice.
magic of this is that I really want to lift up is that the group that is with us now, the participants are literally helping to shape this program because it's a pilot, because this is the first time that People's Fund is doing anything outside of its kind of normal grant making. It's so exciting, and then the 20 folks that we have joining us on this journey are shaping what it's going to look like for years to come. So we're heavily dependent on the feedback and mana'o and expertise of the folks that are in the hui, and we're just so appreciative to you, Kalei, and all of the participants that are helping us build this VOG.
Yeah, for sure. We're building and sailing at the same time. That's what's amazing.
We're building and sailing at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. And I do want to say to folks who are listening that Micky is going to join us for our 2 events, give a little bit of an inside scoops about what's happening there. We're so happy for that too. And we'll leave a link for people to connect up with the Hawaii's People's Fund too directly if you want to. But thank you so much, Micky, for joining me today, and wishing you guys all the best of health and luck and aloha. And we'll see you soon. Yeah, for sure. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Kalei.